सलाम मेरे अजीज पंखों।
They, only you and me, Jungkook, they said, and I turned to him fully, still having him in my arms, Jungkook, and our lot of kids, I said, and saw his eyes winded. They, lots of? They asked completely shocked, and I nodded. Jungkook, yes, I want a big family, I said, and I saw a blush on his face and his eyes lowered down. Every color of his face were making me crazy. I have seen a lot of colors on his face. The color of love, the color of shy. I look at him. I feel lost myself again in front of him. Jungkook, what do you think about this? I asked while touching his lashes. They, about what, Jungkook? About having kids, I asked and he again blushed. I want first a daughter just like you and you. I asked looking at Tae, looking like a beetroot. They, like me? He asked, looking in my eyes. Yes, just like you, like my Theon. She would be my little Theon. Jungkook, I said and kissed his forehead. They, but I want a boy, little Jungkook, Jungkook. They said, which brought a huge smile on my face. Jungkook, but I want first a daughter, then two sons, then a daughter, then two sons. And I was saying, but he put his hand on my mouth. Cook, that will be enough, they said, and removed his hand from my mouth. I chucked and they joined me with a blush on his face. Now, get up and get ready for office, they said. They said and tried to get up, but I failed his attempt by pulling him toward me. Jungkook, I'm not going to office today, I said and put my chin on his head. They, why? They asked, but I didn't say anything. I just don't want to go office. I just want to be here with Tae, my all stress light in his company. And this is the best feeling I express whenever I am being with him. Jungkook? Tae, Jungkook? I called him and he looked at me. Tae, I am feeling hungry, I said, and there he burst into a laugh. Just keep looking at him. I can't do anything see him like this. My eyes start getting wet. He looked at me and stopped laughing. Jungkook, hey, what happened? He asked while touching my eyes. Tae, nothing. I just want to see you like this always. Tae, I said and smiled. Tae, now get up, I said, and he freed me from his embrace. I took my dress and went to washroom to get ready. After some time, I come out in a blue long shirt and same trouser with it. I saw him looking at me. I became nervous. His eyes were fixed on me. Cook, please, Jungkook. What? He asked innocently. Tae, stop doing this, I said, and he started walking toward me. Jungkook, what? What I am doing? Tae, he asked, and I started biting my lips nervously. Tae, stop looking at me like this, Jungkook. Like what? He asked as he reached near me. His hand drifted down to my waist and pulled me closer. Tae, like you. I stopped, my words were lost. His nearness still affected me. I couldn't think anything in his arm. His nearness was making me crazy. My heart was skipping its 1,000 speeds. Tae, cook, please. Tae, I whispered looking down. He laughed and kissed my cheeks. My cheeks hit up. Jungkook, you're driving me crazy. Tae, he said and hugged me. I smiled and hugged him back. My eyes closed as I rested my head on his shoulder. My heart was smiling because he was smiling. It's the new journey. I will not let him to be sad. I fulfilled his every dream. The dream of having a huge family. A sudden smile appeared on my lips thinking about this world, about our kids. Miss John was shipped to home from hospital. Everyone around her were taking good care of her. They were trying their best to keep her happy. They all were hiding their pain from each other, the pain of losing Jungkook from their lives. But they were trying their best to give all joy and happiness to Miss John. But there was something which was not giving peace to Miss John. They all were on dining table having their lunch together. Jin was telling jokes and Jimin and Minnie were laughing. Mr. John and Namjoon also joined them, but only one person was there physically but was lost mentally. She was Miss John. She looked at her whole family. Her sons and daughter were laughing. Her husband was sit next to her as she went. Her whole family was there in front of her. her complete family, but she was missing. She finished her lunch and went directly in her room. It's been a month that she shifted from hospital to home, but not for one day she felt relief. Her heart was restless and she doesn't know why. Everyone on table looked at each other and tried to understand what happened to their mother. She didn't say anything and just left from there. Since the day she come home, she talked less. She didn't ask anything and not reply to any question. It was like she was lost in something. She came in her room completely tired. She didn't know why she was tired. Her steps were showing her defeat that she was losing herself. Miss John, no, I'm not defeated. I'm the one who win. Yes, I win. I took my revenge. She smiled strangely and sat on the bed. She won, but it was not true. She also know it but didn't want to accept it. You, Mom, you okay? You asked as she entered in room. Miss John, of course I am okay. Finally we get rid of Jungkook. I am so happy. Miss Jones said and put her feet on the bed, covering them with blanket. You was keep looking at her mother. She was trying to find that happiness or her mother face which Miss John was talking about, but her face was clear of all happiness. Her eyes were wet. You got confused and left from there. Miss John, I am so happy. Thank God I get rid of him. He was such a headache for me. I'm so happy. I'm with my family now. He's not my family now. Miss John was mumbled and covered herself with blanket, a tear except from his corner of his eyes. Miss John, why this tear? Yeah, they are of happiness. I am happy. I don't need him. I took my revenge. Miss John started murmuring again and closed her eyes. But tears were escaping from her eyes. She was trying to escape from herself. She slowly drawing to sleep while murmuring. Mr. John was watching her. He shook his head in disappointment. It's been a month that we are back. I was in kitchen preparing dinner for Jungkook. He was still in office. I heard my mobile ringing. I checked the caller and received it happily. Jungkook, hi my wifey. I'll be home soon. I heard him which bring a smile on my face. They, I put the mobile on shelf and start making dinner. I turned to grab carrots when I felt a pain in my head and everything around me blurred. I was about to fall when I held the chair to save myself. I closed my eyes. What happened to me? I thought and drank a glass of water to relieve my sense. Since a week, I was feeling lazy and all this. I was dizzy in this day. I sat on chair. I was again and again drinking water because I was feeling strange. As my dear prepared, I went to my room to fresh up. I took one step and again I felt dizzy. Everything was around me was roaming in circle. I held the wardrobe to stop myself from falling. A few seconds later, I was okay. I went in washroom and opened cold shower on my head to get back in my sense. I was shivering a little. I was feeling exhausted. I changed into a red shirt, then I suddenly felt to vomit. I ran toward the washroom. I was shivering. As I came out of the washroom, I heard a horn. It must be Cook, I thought, and took deep breath to show myself normal. I went to open the door. As I opened the door, he was standing there with a smile. Jungkook, hello my beautiful wifey. He stepped in, he gave me the bouquet to me, which I accept. Jungkook, what happened to you? He said while looking at me. Nothing. Why? I asked, and we both start walking. You are looking so pale. Are you okay? With that, he touched my forehead. I'm okay. Just a little headache. I said, and he nodded. Go fresh up. I served the food. Jungkook left from there and I started placing food on table. I went inside the kitchen to bring water and when I returned I saw him already there on dining table. You came? I said and he smiled. I served him food and sat next to him. I tried to eat but was not feeling good. I was again feeling to vomit. I drank water and took carrot in my head. I don't know what happened that I started eating carrots after one by one. I was just eating and it was the best date I ever had. They have food, not this, they. But I'm liking it, I said and started eating again. I didn't had my dinner. Jungkook, you are behaving strange. You also didn't had your dinner today. They. I'm okay. I'm not feeling hungry, I said, and he turned to kitchen. He was still there on a chair. He looked at me when I came back to take the jug of water. You should take care of yourself, They. Why you had it, They? It's happened. They cook, I'm okay. I yelled from kitchen. Yeah, okay. Have you seen yourself today? He said, and I laughed a little. They, yes, and I am. He was looking so pale. I was so worried about They. He was not taking it seriously. They, yes, and I am. I heard him, but he stopped. I waited for him to say something, but he didn't say anything. Jungkook, Taeyong, Jungkook. I called him but no answer. I got up and walked toward the kitchen. As I entered, my eyes find it. They was laying on the floor unconscious. I sat next to him and tried to wake him up. Jungkook, Taeyong, get up. I shook him but he was not opening his eyes. He, what happened to Tae? No, I will not let happen anything to my Tae. My life. I bought a glass of water and splashed some water on his face. But he was still laying unconscious in my arm. Why is he not opening his eyes?